What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Lane's Man Cave. In today's video, I'm going to be giving out my NFL Week 2 predictions. Let's go. So now, if you didn't see last week's video, for the Week 1 predictions, I'm not doing spreads, not doing over and unders, and we are not going in this specific format. I'm still going to do Thursday's game, and then the 1 p.m. games, and then the 4 p.m. games, and so on. So to start off, our Thursday night game this week is between the Bills and the Dolphins. Now the Bills, they nearly got upset by the Cardinals. I'll talk a little bit about them later. But there are things I did like from the Bills. Josh Allen's looking like the MVP favorite in Week 1. And I think he will win MVP by the end of the year. He was my preseason pick. I was not influenced by this one game. Keon Coleman, he looked really good. I think he's going to be the wide receiver 1 moving forward. And it looks like the Bills have their next premier pass rusher with Gregory Rousseau, as he got 3 sacks on Sunday. For the Dolphins, Tyreek is still Tyreek. Jalen Waddle's back to his old self. The running back room's okay, but we already know that they're not going to have Raheem Mostert for tomorrow night's game, so we should see a lot more out of Devon Achane. Defense is looking good, but I am going to be taking the Buffalo Bills for the upset. And now for the 1 p.m. games on Sunday. Jets-Titans. Aaron Rodgers is back, and he looked good against the top 5 defense. He's got some good weapons. The run defense didn't look that great in Week 1, but I'm not too worried about that. The Jets defense is still really good. And the Titans, they nearly won. They nearly beat the Bears. Their defense looked good, but Will Levis, he looked terrible in that fourth quarter. Terrible. He threw the ball, he was trying to throw it away, ended up being a pick 6. I don't trust Will Levis. I think the Jets are going to win this one very easily. Browns, Jaguars. If you haven't given up on Deshaun Watson yet, now is the good time to do so. We are not getting 2020 Deshaun Watson back. Ever. Offense didn't look good in any way whatsoever. The Jaguars against the Dolphins, Trevor looked pretty good. I know the stat sheet doesn't show it, but he had some good throws. And Brian Thomas Jr. is looking like a good receiver. But their O-line is still very bad. And I just think this Browns defense is way too good. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars won this game, but because of the Browns defense, I gotta pick them to win. Now the Ravens and Raiders. Baltimore's O-line is a little bit concerning, but Lamar Jackson's mobile, so that's good at least. The Raiders, their pass rush didn't do much against the Chargers, but their O-line is good. I'll get more on that. Derrick Henry didn't get a lot of carries on Thursday night. It's mostly used in short yard situations, but their defense is still really good, and the Raiders' O-line is not good. This should be an easy one for the Ravens. Now on this side of things, got the Colts and the Packers. Anthony Richardson looked really well. That one throw may already be throw of the year. Didn't even have his leg planted into the ground. And he's throwing 50, 60-yard bombs. And he's not even set. And the Packers, they lost Jordan Love at that Brazil game. I know that Brazil game was very controversial because of the field condition. I'll get off topic for a bit. thing about that field, or not that field, that stadium, why they choose Sao Paulo? Why didn't they go to Rio de Janeiro? They have the Maracana Stadium there. They used it for the 2016 Olympics, and Rio, I think Sao Paulo's bigger in population. I don't know for sure, but Rio just has a much bigger brand. So I didn't know why they went to Sao Paulo. I'm sure there's something behind it. But let's get into this. Jordan Love's not playing. He's going to be out for like 4 to 6 weeks. And now they have Malik Willis. We haven't seen much of him, but from what we did see from him was very bad. I picked the Colts to win last week. That they were very close. I think the Colts... Oh. I guess Daisy here is making a little guest appearance. Alright, she's out of the way. Anyways, got the Chargers and the Panthers. What has happened to these Panthers? I thought they were going to upset. I thought they were going to be a lot better this year. But I was wrong. It doesn't look like it. Bryce Young really needs to get things together before we start slapping the bust label on them. And the Chargers, their defense finally looked good. And our offensive line, as I was going to say earlier, Joe Alt is looking very good. And I mean very good. I saw this stat. Joe Alt was up against Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins 19 times, and he didn't allow a single pressure against either one. And if you're doing that as a rookie against a top 5 edge rusher and a top 10 defensive tackle, that's very good. I'm definitely going to be taking the Chargers in this one. It should be a blowout win. Oh yeah, Gus Edwards. Was it Gus Edwards or was it J.K. Dobbins? But one of them went for 100 yards against the Raiders. It's looking really good. Seahawks and Patriots. Patriots had that upset win against Cincinnati in week 1. Or last week, I should say. Christian Gonzalez was up against Jamar Chase for 3 snaps, and he allowed 19 yards. So it's looking like the Patriots have their new star corner. Seattle, they look good, but they were playing the Broncos, and now they're playing the Patriots. Christian Gonzalez did hold Jamar Chase to only 19 yards. He's probably going to lock up DK Metcalf pretty good. But remember last week, they didn't have T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd is now gone. In Seattle, they got Tyler Lockett, they got JSN. So it's not like DK Metcalf's their only option, so Seattle's going to win this one. Now on this side, we've got the Niners and the Vikings. The 49ers looking like the best team in the NFC. Vikings, Sam Darnold had a really good game, but it was against the Giants. I'm not going to get into this one too much. 49ers are my lock for the week. And now we got the Saints and the Cowboys. Cowboys looked really well. Saints also looked really well. Difference is, Saints played the Panthers, Cowboys played the Browns. And their defense. So if you're buying into the Saints hype after what they just did, don't. Because they're not going to continue that. They got 2 rookie offensive tackles going up against DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. Cowboys are taking this one pretty easily. Now, Giants and the Commanders. This one could go either way. Commanders, Jaden Daniels was good running, but he didn't look very, very good as a passer, which I'm expecting. And our O-line's still very bad. but neither's the Giants. But the Giants, they have one thing that the Commanders do not, and that is Dexter Lawrence. He is one of the best defenders in the league. He might even be the best. But I'm going to give the slight edge to the Commanders. But like I said, this one could really go either way. Now, Lions and Bucks. Bucks look good. I know Baker Mayfield's the only quarterback that threw for 4 touchdowns. And he's 1 of 2 to have 300 yards. But it was against the Commanders' defense. Their corners, Washington's corners, are terrible. Lions' corners, they aren't the greatest. And their defense is just okay. But their offense, very good. I'm definitely taking the Lions on this one. Now for the 4 p.m. window. Steelers and Broncos. That was an interesting game. Steelers didn't score a single touchdown, but they still won, because Chris Boswell had 6 field goals. Broncos, Bo Nix, he did not look good. I wasn't high on him coming out of college. Don't think Bo Nix is that good of a quarterback. And I don't like their defense either. They still got Vance Joseph. Steelers' defense is very good. Held the Falcons to only 10 points. I'm going to take the Steelers to win this one again. Now the Rams and the Cardinals. It's coming as a Rams fan. We just put Puka on the IL. And we put 2 offensive linemen on the IL. Our left tackle, Alaric Jackson, is still suspended. And this Cardinals offense, saw them against the Bills, and they scare me. Like, Cardinals offense scares me. Kyler Murray was looking very good against the Bills. I know Marvin Harrison only had 1 reception for 4 yards, but something telling me he's going to go off against our defense. But our offense is still looking good. Stafford's looking good. Kupp's back to his old self. Not sure if he's going to go exactly how he was in 2021, because that was an all-time great season. But I'm still going to take the Rams to win. But if the Cardinals were to win, it would not surprise me in the least. Now we got the 4:25 Fox game of the week, Bengals Chiefs. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that Bengals game was a fluke. I don't think they're gonna be back to their 2022 selves that went to the Super Bowl. I don't think we're getting that version of the Bengals again. Not sure if T. Higgins is going to play this week or not. But they're going up against a Chiefs defense that's a lot better than the Patriots. Chiefs side of things, there's no word about Marquise Brown coming back, but they may not have to worry no matter what. Because the Bengals, they don't have good corners. And the Ravens have a lot better corners. And I think Xavier Worthy could go off again. Rashee Rice is looking good. He definitely could be the wide receiver 1 this year. I'm going to be taking the Chiefs again. Now we got the Sunday night game between the Texans and the Bears. I know a lot of people have their panties in a bunch about Caleb Williams. But just don't. Caleb's going to be fine. He's still gonna have a good game. The real problem is the Bears' offensive line. They cannot block. They can't even block a mouse. Texans, they got Will Anderson. They got Danielle Hunter. They're gonna have a better defense this year. And their offense looked good. Stroud looked good. Nico Collins looked really good. Definitely taking the Texans in this one. Now finally we got the Monday night game between the Falcons and the Eagles. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts didn't look that good. Their defense didn't look the greatest. The Falcons, I'm not sure what's going on with their offense. Kirk Cousins is just coming back from an Achilles injury. The Falcons' offense should progress as the season goes on. But I'm going to take the Eagles for this game. And that's all for this week. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell for more videos.